Alright, Texas Chainsaw Massacre recently released they're going to be adding sort of like an in-game currency. If this is anything like Dead by Daylight, I kind of see the angle they're going toward. And if you guys know me, I have not been afraid of releasing my concerns of this game. It's died on me quite a bit. Let's discuss the rise and fall of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Because I know I still love you.
Some of you might think it's way too early for this. If you do think that way, please hear me out. Now, I've really enjoyed posting videos and spending long hours to bringing my content to life in this game. I have waited weeks and weeks to make a video like this because I didn't want to face the reality of it. Not really knowing where to start when I talk about this, I feel like I have to go back to where I think this game has all gone downhill and discuss my concerns of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I have chosen to break this down in segments than just going on a typical rant like I usually do. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was the freshest asymmetrical horror game on everyone's mind when it had released in August of this year. And if you're an asymmetrical horror fan, this is everything you could have wanted in a game that other games did not typically have. It has multiple killers, it has funny counterplay, it has strategy, cool perks and attribute points to level up characters, even a really cool addition when they added Grandpa. When the game was in its early stages, it was so broken. Coming from Dead by Daylight, everything is broken in that game. Regardless, it's what we enjoy because there is no game quite like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Door slams were insanely broken for victims, Sissy was heavily bugged. For both sides, it was really easy to learn and enjoy, and you could still argue they're still in their early stages with massive success in their own regard. It is hard to disregard them coming back to full popularity the asymmetrical horror game once had since its release, and in its own right did pretty well. It still felt like something was missing, and the developers dropped week after week after week, following the next couple of months trying to combat that, which is never typically a bad thing. They added fixes and solutions that otherwise hurt or affected the game, most if not all being extremely positive if not necessary, and it was fine. The game was in great condition. I was already clocking in hundreds of hours at that point, and tons of gamers and YouTubers also were. Which brings me to my first issue of this video and where everything started to go downhill. Hacking and cheating became a huge issue across all platforms. Due to that, TCM decided it would be best to remove the crossplay platform where they handled this issue. Weeks go by, the game started to feel a little bit sour in players' mouth as we weren't able to play online with friends, and most of the multiplayer issues stemmed from lobby dodging, broken invite codes, constant game crashes, the list goes on. And for a lot of players, started to feel old because longevity became a problem. Players who put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this game, they reached the top level 99, and what was next? And I bring this to you because, to this date, as I'm recording December 22nd, has there ever been any kind of incentive to leveling up in this game besides outfits? If you've been following my channel for a bit, you know I've discussed this in several videos. Something we did see coming for the future of this game was that what will happen longevity wise? Why does the casual player have the same access to someone who has put hundreds of hours into this game? The math didn't add up. The developers looked to combat some of these issues, listening to the players on Reddit, their take on the game, and how players are having constant issues to what was discussed before. Their resolution was to drop the biggest update ever released for them, following 250 fixes that included Valve counterplay, fixes to certain maps, family members included fixes. There was so much content, and not only that was expected, but there was new content that was coming alongside it that included a new map, a new family member, and a new victim that dropped on the same day of this huge update. Again, all great things, so what's the problem? Lobby dodging, as they call it. No longevity, the popularity never returned from its original release. And that's crazy considering there was a whole new update release that changed everything. So if we're being honest with ourselves, it isn't just lobby dodging. There's tons of things players have been asking for. I released my thoughts on the release patch notes, the new characters, and then I realized something. This new family member Nancy replaces every member on the family side. I mean, we're talking better blood harvesting than Sissy, a spy ability that annihilates Cook's base kit, more amount of damage than Leatherface. And Leatherface was the representation of this game. What did TCM do? They took out the need for Leatherface. Players didn't have to start a game with him. They used it in a way to avoid lobby dodging because they knew players didn't want to play as him. This threw off the dynamic of playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now we're just playing an asymmetrical horror game, and that's the concern I have for you. Now we can talk about Danny, who is a literal nightmare for the family. In those 250 fixes we talked about before, having Fusebox counterplay, Valve counterplay, they added a character that can permanently disrupt generators, fuse boxes, and valves in his base kit ability, and destroy the point of making this update. Now the rest of us players are confused. Like, sure, this game is fun, it always will be, but now it's not a question. Texas Chainsaw Massacre will always be popular. It will always be a great asymmetrical horror, but it's hard to dismiss they have reached their pinnacle of massive popularity. Guys, what will the developers do? This battle pass they plan on bringing is not a savior. As of right now, I know they're looking for recommendations, so what I saw fit is release a video behind this, and if you haven't been following my channel for a while, this is the original content I like to release. I like to make videos nobody else is originally making and put my own little twist on it. So stay tuned for that. I have a lot of great videos coming. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do let me know, but hitting that subscribe button takes you 0.2 seconds and it means so much to me, growing my channel and spreading my content across the platform. Before I end this video, I want to thank you guys truly for blowing out my most recent TCM video. I really do enjoy making original content for you guys, and hopefully we'll have a follow-up to that one coming soon. And that is all the info I have to share with you guys today. At least my boy Johnny getting a buff and his original melee lunge is back. Y'all been hating. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do let me know. I'm going back on the grind and cooking up these videos for you guys. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this in-game currency method and how TCM goes from here. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.